Do you see this look on my face? It is World Smile Day. Yay! But it's not always easy to fake happiness, right? So our next guest says you don't have to fake it, but you do have to be intentional with your happiness. So joining us this morning is psychologist and author of the book, Dr. Cohen, Harry Cohen. Thanks for being with us, Doctor.
It's my absolute pleasure, and we had a 30-second conversation before this interview began, and you already get it, and I so appreciate it.
Well, it made me smile, so let's talk about how we can make everybody smile. So your book talks about sparking happiness by being a heliotropic person. Now, that's a big word, Doctor, that many of us are going, what you talking about here?
It's very simple. Just like the sun and the leaves of the plant, it makes it thrive. And it turns out people are like that for other people in a million different ways. When we are our best selves, when we are kind, authentic, when we smile, when we hold the door, when we do the nice thing to the nice person. Now, it's just as important not to be salty, salting the roots. It's just as, and perhaps maybe equally important, not to be negative, not to be nasty, cynical, unkind, and uncivil.
Well, you know, but we're humans, and it's hard sometimes because we react to what's going on in our lives, right?
That's
and
exactly
I want to talk
right.
about one of your chapters because it kind of threw us. It's called Don't Hang with Cilantro. One, why cilantro? And two, how do you identify someone as cilantro?
Okay. So it is a metaphor. This whole book is a metaphor. And by the way, these chapters are 1 page long.
I love it.
So you can read any in any order to remind you. So Don't Hang with Cilantro is a nudgy reminder, which is the whole little tiny book, to not hang with people who make you feel bad. Cilantro, for some people have a gene that cilantro tastes like soap.
Like soap. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. So don't eat it. Well, there are some people that when you're with them, you're like, oh my God, I feel so bad when I'm with this person. And you should do your best respectfully. Thanks. I'm going to go get, I'm going to walk
So should you
away.
weed those people out of your life, pun intended here? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Just, just exit the room. Okay. So let's be clear, though. These aren't people, you're not saying hang around with people that are just going to flatter you, right? And pump you with smiles. It's about a person's character and how they light up your soul, right?
Exactly. See, you actually get this. And
I'm
what
trying.
You said is well, you're trying, and that's the point, Betty. The fact that you try is the point. And if you try and you fail, you do the next right thing. That's the beauty. We all know this stuff. I wrote this for myself so that I could be reminded of what I already know, to be a little bit more kind or a little bit more virtuous. And when I'm not so great, to your point, we all get triggered.
Right.
I remember, all right, I know how to clean this up and then clean it up. And I got to tell you, my life is better, and the people that we give this book to and talk about this, you already get it.
So
and that's it.
Let me ask you, is that from the inherent feeling that even though you kind of get off course, but if you kind of go back to the thought, I have to do the next right thing, doing the right thing makes you feel good?
100%, every single time. This is empirical. This isn't my opinion. These are the researched findings, thousands of years of the ancient sages and social psychologists have proven that when we behave in a certain way, not only do we feel better, somebody else feels better, and a person watching that beautiful exchange feels better. It does require a little bit of effort. This conversation is all it requires.
Which is what I wanted to get to, because this is really all about creating it and being intentional about it. It's not something that you can just say, okay, I'm going to be happy today, because a lot of us rely on other people to make us happy when we really need to do that from within, correct?
Correct. But we do things that are already successful to make us happy. When we do a kind deed, it does make us feel good.
Right.
When we are our best selves, when we're good listeners, when we are helpful, when we are kind, when we're thoughtful. That's the thing. Don't make it complicated. When anyone who's listening to this can walk away and go, I got it. I'm going to bite my tongue, which is victory. I'm going to say the nice thing that I see and think. Say it. Hold the door or hold your tongue.
All right. Well, say the name of your book so people know.
Be the sun, not the salt.
I like it. And you're definitely not cilantro. That's for sure. Thank you, Dr.
Betty.
Cohen. It's great talking to you. And if you want a copy of his new book, it is now available on Amazon.